Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Fix Morning Show. I'm Tony T, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks for you here from college football. Looks like we have 7 games with FBS versus FBS teams, 15 games from the 15 games from Major League Baseball, action from the W. CFL comes back here on Sunday. So, guys, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate that. Really helps us build up our audience. Since we'll meet the cappers and get right to the picks. Let's go, Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Hey, not too much. Looking forward to a great weekend. We got lots of sports action. We got some college football here on a Friday. We got some MLB here on a Friday. We got some WNBA and loaded weekend card as well. So looking forward to week one action. We seen some week one action last night, and hey, it is what it is. Shut out Elliott's Pirates there. Hey, they tried. They definitely tried to punch one in to tie it up, make it 24-24, but just fell short again and dropped that one. But hey, as we say, we got the win because they got the spread cover, and that's all we care about. Unless you were on the money line, and I definitely didn't go that far as Elliott. I think he said grab the money line. I think I grabbed the points with the Pirates there in that matchup. So some good games yesterday. Nebraska, almost lost their first game. Came down to that interception in the end zone late as well last night. So definitely seen some fireworks already in college football, and we're only just starting week one. So looking forward to the rest of the year as well. So should be good.
Yeah, that's right. Nebraska, yeah. You know, you thought they got some points. Nope. The same old Nebraska can't score. You know, how you going to discover a 6.5 point spread when you can't score? You know, that's the problem there with this Nebraska team. Yeah, that there were some pretty good games out there. And of course, we already have our worst college football game of the year, or just in week one already. That Akron Wyoming game. 10-0. Oh, we got there you go. So we got some good games.
I had 7. That one got me. I had 7. I had the plus 7 Tony with Akron, and they we scored with 4 minutes left in the game for the touchdown to go up 10-0. Yikes! The zip looked like they've got zip.
Yeah, that's an awful zip. The zip for the zips.
Some solid defense because they definitely slowed up Wyoming, but I don't know if it's might be a little bit of a lack of offense from Wyoming as well. Yeah, that Akron quarterback is awful. Yuck.
Oh. Yeah, sick to basketball. Yeah, that was brutal. Brutal, as we said, it would be a brutal watch. Then already the worst game of the year, no doubt. It will stand up to be the worst game of the year this year. Also, there in that game was bad. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good card there. We looked at we talked about that one. The game that got my attention was that I don't think that defensive coordinator is going to make it through the season for Rutgers. I mean, you just saw that head coach just rip it into him. How we letting Ohio put all these points on? We're supposed to be a good defensive team. No, you're not. You're not even a good team there. I'm letting Ohio run up and down on you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So that poor guy is going to have a hard year there at Rutgers because every time you just saw the exchange, it wasn't very good. Stony Brook, yeah, they got paid and got pounded. They sure did. San Diego State. Well, the coach said they're going to make a bowl game. He pounded his fist. So we're going to make a bowl game. That's they're on their way to 1-0 for San Diego State. We'll see how they do in the second year there with the Aztecs. All right, we got you through. Let's get to the games for today. We got the 7 games FBS versus FBS. So we'll go a 4-3 block here. We start here. This will be played in Bank of America Stadium. I don't know why. Why are you going to play this in an NFL stadium? It's beyond me, but they're going to do it. App State at Charlotte here. Charlotte has no business in an NFL stadium. Minor league stadium, yeah, but not a professional stadium. App State on the road here, laying 3.5, total 49.5. Kennesaw State and Wake Forest. We've got here Wake here 17.5, total sits here 15.5. Western Michigan and Michigan State. It's the Spartans 21, a total 49.5. Auburn and Baylor, your big one tonight. Auburn, the 2.5 still there. There are a few 2.5, but we're seeing 2s. We're seeing 1.5 down the marketplace here for Auburn. Road favorites, total 58.5. On over to Rob.
Yeah, looking at these matchups, definitely not my favorite Friday night slate. But hey, we got Western Michigan taking on Michigan State, and there's a team, Michigan State. Can they cover a 21-point spread? I see 20. I'm not seeing too many 20.5s left. I'm seeing a lot of 21s. that it's went up to 21 in that matchup. But I'm thinking this Western Michigan squad can score some points as well on Michigan State. 49.5 seems a little bit light in that matchup. In the Battle of Michigan there on Friday night, I think we see some points. I think Michigan State is able to move the ball running it, and then their QB is able to throw some as well. And I think Western Michigan, their offense can move the ball and score some points. I like the over 49.5 in that one. And then you know what? I'm not trusting the Wake Forest here to be covering a 17.5 point spread. I'll take Kennesaw State plus the 17.5 there in that matchup. And then one more. Where's the that Auburn and Baylor game? You know what? I'm going to take the under 58.5. I think the defenses are ahead of what the offenses are going to be in that matchup. We know Baylor's defense has been pretty good, be able to slow up Auburn, and then we know Auburn defensively can do the same thing. I think that's a slow starting to the game, and that'll we will see some points in that, but not enough to get over that 58.5. Slow starting, so maybe even an under in that first half might not be bad, but I'm going to take a full game. Give me the under 58.5. I think we see slow starting, so drives that result in field goals being kicked in that Auburn Baylor matchup. Because I think both teams can move the ball offensively, but those defenses are pretty good, and their defense is usually ahead of what the offenses are. So give me the under 58.5 there in that one.
There from Rod. Say what I think about these games. I'll go ahead and lay it with App State here. They do have a former SEC quarterback in A.J. Swan, who had 2 years at Vanderbilt. 56% completion rate, nearly 7 yards per pass attempt. I'm not really a fan of this Charlotte team. In the non-conference last year, they were outscored by 20 points a game, failing to cover 3 of 4. I'll look at App State there. And I'm going to go ahead and take the points with Baylor. I'm not the Hugh Freeze team. Not a big fan of the Hugh Freeze, and not a big fan of Jackson Arnold at quarterback. We saw him at Oklahoma dink and dunk with all that talent around him, just dinking and dunking. 5.8 yards per pass. That's at Oklahoma. This is a school with a lot of playmakers, and you can't really get the job done over there, lose your job. We got Sawyer Robertson, this quarterback here at Baylor, experienced here. The Bears have covered 5 of 6 at home last season. Tigers were just 1-3 straight up in their road games. I think Baylor's experience in quarterback play the difference here, so I'll look at Baylor there at that plus 2.5. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. We will continue on as we close out the FBS versus FBS competition here with these final 3 games here on the board. Georgia Tech and Colorado. Well, we've got in this one, Colorado dogs here. Georgia Tech 3.5, 4 here, total 51.5. UNLV and Sam Houston. It's UNLV 9.5 on the road, total 61.5. Central Michigan, San Jose State, Spartans 14, total 51.5. Over to Rod.
Yeah, that's Sam Houston. Hopefully you grabbed it earlier when it was a 10.5. That line. Actually, it was more than that at times with Sam Houston. Haven't changed there. This is their second game. UNLV looked awful in their first game. Definitely shouldn't be laying double digits. That's why everybody's betting up on Sam Houston there. Down to 9, I see in most places. Still like Sam Houston grab the points in that matchup. And yep, you look at Georgia Tech and Colorado. Everybody's on Georgia Tech with Haynes King at the helm there for Georgia Tech, right? They think they're going to come into Colorado and run it up, as they say. And I don't know about that. You look at the Colorado Buffs defensively last year. Their secondary was pretty good. And not giving up too many crazy long bombs. They gave you a lot of stuff up front and made you have to work for your yards. And Georgia Tech's going to have to run the ball, I think, a lot more than what people are thinking. And the King's going to be able to unleash and use his arm a whole lot. That Colorado secondary will be able to slow them up. So, you know what? I'm going to go the other way. Give me Colorado plus the 4.5. I think this comes down to last-second field goal. And it's a good shot that Georgia Tech can get outrighted. So I'll grab the points that you're getting now. 4.5 I see in most places with Colorado for me in that one.
All right, Ron here on the Buffs. We move on to El Ninos. Go ahead and cover all 7 FBS versus FBS.
I like a couple of games I like here, so I'm still getting situated here. Getting home a little late. Sorry about that, guys. But I like a couple of dogs here. Michigan State, obviously the better team here, but I'm gonna go Western Michigan, getting the 3 touchdowns. I think they can keep it within that number. Same story here, San Jose State, laying the 2 touchdowns. I'm not rushing to do that, so I'll take the 14 points with Central Michigan, that one. Other than that, the other big dog I liked was Bethune-Cookman, getting the 30.5 points over Florida International. And again, we got a couple other big dogs. These could get ugly, though, so I'm probably just going to stay away, but leaning towards these dogs if I had to make a pick. Kansas laying the 45.5 and Illinois laying 45.5. Just can't get there, but again, these could get ugly, so I'm staying off them for now like the other dogs, but.
They're from El Nino, sir. I'll tell you here what I think. One here that stands out for me in this final block of 3. I'm going to go ahead and take the points here with Sam Houston. This UNLV defense is absolutely – I mean, I can't believe how bad it was. I mean, remember, this was a terrible program until Barry Odom made it very good, very respectable with 2 straight Mountain West title game appearances. And we may see UNLV go back down to this doormat that we've seen in the past. I'm not a Dan Mullen guy. Look how long it took him to get a job. It took him a while to get a job, right? So nobody was really in a hurry to sign him. It's usually a guy with his credentials would get hired right away. Didn't happen for him. We know Anthony Calandria. We remember him with Virginia. Not really much of a downfield thrower. 6.6 yards per pass attempt. He was accurate against Idaho State, but to me, what got my attention is that Idaho State, an FCS school, was able to gain 506 yards on the Rebels and threw the ball for 401 yards. That's that, and you're going to lay almost 10 points on the road. No way, no how. I'll take Mr. Sam Houston State there at the plus 9.5 in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show as we turn our attention over to baseball for today. Full 15-game card from Major League Baseball. Let's see if there's any changes here in any pitching there. Let's see what we got here so far in the earlier games. Looking around. Oh, yeah, we do. It'll be Peyton Toll getting the start for Boston. We thought maybe they would have taken Walker Buehler out of the bullpen to start for this one. Not the case. No, sorry, Walker. You're a bullpen guy. Listen to Sean Higgs. He made you a bullpen guy. Peyton Toll will get the start. Pretty good minor league numbers, but interesting to note that only 1 year of minor league baseball for Peyton Toll. He was drafted. Wasn't he drafted in 2023? If I'm not mistaken, let me double check. He was drafted last year. Oh my God. Drafted last year, played in single ball, double ball, AAA, and right on to the majors, man. That's the fast road up for Peyton Toll. But he is 23 years old, so I'm pretty sure he played in college. So that's usually that. You see that with the college guys, not with the high school guys. The guys that went to college move up that fast. So 2024 now into Major League Baseball to get the start today for Boston. But he's going to face Paul Skeens on the mound there for the Pirates. And that one's got a 73% chance of rain, too. So that's your possibility of rain there. We got Jonathan going to start for the Mets. Although they're saying he's just going to come up for this one start. So he's another prospect that's getting the start here for the Mets here. Hey, they hit it with their kid. Was it McLean is his name? Escaping. Well, I'm going to try Jonathan here to get the start for the Mets today. Let's see what else we have. If there's any other changes. Tyler Anderson on paternity leave, not anymore. He's back for the Angels. He's got to pay for the kid. You can't sit out too long. So Anderson on the mound here to face Houston. Let's see what else we got here. Looks like Creamer and Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray was slated to go a couple days ago. He's moved up to today. So Robbie Ray to go for the Giants in desperate mode here, facing Creamer and the Baltimore Orioles. So we got you caught up here with the rain situation here in Boston and the pitching situations here in today's 15-game card. So let's get to the baseball here for today. And we'll start it off here with Reds and Cardinals. Reds, the home team, now up to $1.35. This was in the 20s last night. This one's moved up, total 9. Braves and Phillies, it is the Phillies, $1.75, total of 9. Rays and Nationals, Rays about $1.40 now, total 9. Brewers and Blue Jays, one of the bigger series of the weekend. It's the Blue Jays, $1.30, total of 8. And we close it out here with Marlins and Mets. The Mets, big favorites, $1.75, total of 8. We start with Rod.
Yeah, a couple I like in this early block of games. First one I like, give me the over, Atlanta and Philly. Suarez on the bomb. Hey, he's been dealing, but what's he going to go, 5-6 innings? And then after that Phillies bullpen has been trash. And then Bryce Elder going for Atlanta. Ooh, Phillies could get to him real early and then get to the bullpen as well. That totals at 9. Give me the over 9, Atlanta and Philly. And then another one, give me the under first 5, Milwaukee and Milwaukee and Toronto. It's going to feel like a playoff game. Bieber on the bump. We know what he did his first start. Mowed guys down. Tough test for him here and taking on a hot Brewers squad. Well, they've cooled off a little bit, but still, I'm going to say the hottest team coming out of the All-Star break in the second half of the season has been these Brewers. And Peralta on the bump. I think he's able to mow down some Blue Jays as well. In the game that the total is 7.5, I'm going to take the under first 5. I think we got a nice little pitchers duel going with Peralta and Bieber on the bump in that matchup.
There you go from Rob. We move on over to El Nido's.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the first game of the day. I'll go with the Reds here over the Cardinals. Laying a little more juice than you'd like, but they're at home and they do have the better starter here. Should be a good matchup. Might even give the edge to the Cardinals lineup, but they are dealing with a couple injuries actually, and yeah, home field and the better starter should get the job done here for the Reds. Maybe go first 5 if you don't trust them full game, but I like the Reds in that one. I like the Phillies also, as Rod was saying. Suarez just a better option here. Elder struggling, and these Phillies should get to him here. They are overpriced, but we can go with the good old -1 here. Should lay a little bit of juice, but should be worth it. I agree. Should be a nice little pitchers duel here between Bieber and Peralta. I'll just Rod gave the first 5. I'll just go full game here under this. Could probably stronger play as the first 5 actually with these 2 starters. The bullpens can be a little tricky late, but I like this one to be a lower scoring one, despite some good batters in these lineups. Tong, this guy is supposed to be good. We haven't seen him in the majors, but he's put up some good numbers. So yeah, that could be a pretty good matchup between the two. Still think maybe a little bit overpriced here in his MLB debut, so I'm going Marlins first 5. And but yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what Tong can do here in the majors. Maybe leaning under in that one as well.
All right, from El Nido. So when I think about these games here, I'm going to take the Reds here. St. Louis does hitting just 242 on the road. Levitar past 9 starts, ERA near 5. Littell's got some pretty good numbers at home this year against these good bullpens on the road. St. Louis 15-29, facing a team with a bullpen whip of 1.35 or lower. That's losing 11 units. So I'll take the Reds in that spot. Yeah, I'm going to take Suarez here in his night starts. I tell you about these big guys. When they have 3 meals in them, they play pretty good. 10 night starts, ERA 2.27. I'll take the Phillies run line. Atlanta 2-10 of the run line, facing teams that outscore opponents by half run per game or greater over the past 12, losing 11 units. I'll take run line there with them. Let's see here. I'll take Hauser and the Rays against the Nationals. The Nationals bullpen has just been disgusting. Parker has been bad here, past 5 starts, ERA 12. Rays bullpen past 28 games, respectable ERA just over 3. I'll take him here in interleague play. Rays 11-7 on the road, returning 6 units. I'll take Tampa Bay in that spot. I like the over here in Brewers and Blue Jays. I think the bats get to both starters and the bullpens as well, especially the bullpens. Look at the teams over their past month here, hit about 287. But Toronto's bullpen is what you got to worry about, right? We saw that in that Twin Series. Past 28 games, ERA 5.5. And Toronto 29-18 to the over at home against righty starters. The Brewers 16-11 to the over in their past 27 on the road. I like the over in that one. And let's see here. Where do we go? I'm going to go under her with Miami and Mets here. I like Yuri Perez. And Miami hitting just 222 over their past 6 games. Perez past 10 starts, ERA 2.63. I'll go under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we hit our middle block here of Major League Baseball. The middle block will include Mariners and Guardians here. We got the Mariners, $1.55 on the road, total of 8. Pirates and Red Sox here. This one almost a coin flip. Boston, this was $1.08, both sides at open. Now Boston's the favorite, $1.15, total of 8. Yankees and White Sox. The Yankees, $2.11, total 9. Angels and Astros. Astros, $1.63, total of 9. Tigers and Royals here. The Royals, $1.17, a total of 9. Boy, the Tigers have lost respect there in the number there. They're dogs on the road against the Royals. They used to be the bullies of the Central in the division races, but Royals favored over to Rod.
Yeah, not my favorite spot is this middle block, but a couple for you. Hey, Boston starting the toll there in that one, right? I think it was supposed to be May in that one. I don't think it was supposed to be May versus Skeens either. But anyways, that's what it is. You got Skeens versus Toll. So nothing like you're going to see Joel with a little bit of nerves. Definitely, you're going up against Skeens here in this matchup. But I think he does well. Look at the total at 8 in this matchup. And expecting some offense? I don't think so. I like an under there in that one. But I also think Boston and their offense can get to that Pirates bullpen after Skeen exits this game. How long is he going to stay? 5 innings? 6 maybe at best. And then the Boston bats come to life and get the win. So I'll take Boston in that matchup. And then you're talking about the Royals and the White Sox. That's going to be I think Lugo has a good start. Paddock has a good start and a 9. These Tigers back still out on the road. I don't trust their offense enough to be able to score a whole pile of runs. So I like the under 9 Tigers and Royals in that matchup. Low scoring one. Going to be one of those sleep-inducing matchups there. Give me the under. Tigers, Royals.
Yeah, from Rod, move on over to Al Nino's.
Yeah, a couple I like here. Start with the Mariners. Yeah, both these teams have been struggling. They're both coming off wins, but still haven't been playing too good baseball lately overall. Just think Kirby's the better starter here. Now you could go Mariners -1 if you want to leave the bullpens out of that one. Guardians still do have the edge there, so you could just lay the half run with the Mariners in the first 5 and Kirby there. Pirates, Red Sox, I agree. I think this one will be a lower scoring one. Toll, yeah, we haven't seen much of him, but again, putting up good numbers. The ERA did rise up a little bit in AAA, but still a very, very good whip and putting up great numbers overall. I think he can have himself a decent enough start to keep this one under the 8. Yankees, White Sox. Yeah, this was almost the -1, but got bet up pretty fast. They didn't stay under -200 too long there, did the Yankees. I think maybe guess I'll just stay off it for now. And then we got the Angels, Astros in this block as well.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, and the Tigers, Royals as well, huh? Yeah, I like the Astros here. Again, overpriced, but we can definitely go -1. Javier put up some interesting numbers this season, but still think he's the better starters here. So I think the Astros are the better team on their home field here. I'll just go Astros -1. And Tigers, the Royals, yeah. Lugo really fallen off lately. He's been giving up home runs left and right. He's been giving up runs in bunches. So I think the Tigers, yeah, they haven't looked good at all lately. But I think we're getting some value on them in this spot. So I'll take the Tigers money line.
Yeah, from El Nino. Say what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to take Boston here. I just can't trust the Pirates' bats hitting 216 on the road against these good bullpens with a whip of 1.35 or lower. The Pirates 14-35 on the road. Boston in their league at home 15-7, returning almost 6 units. I'll take Boston in that one. I like the under here with Seattle and Cleveland. We know Cleveland just can't score. And Seattle hitting just 225 over their past 28 games. The Guardians 218 over their past 27. Kirby's got some pretty good numbers over his past 5 games. ERA just over 3. Allen's numbers are better at home. Cleveland's bullpen that past 27 games, ERA just over 3. I'll go under in that one. Also, I'll look at what else we have in this one. I like the under as well with Angels, Astros. It's just the Astros bats. I can't trust them. And Angels, bit of a hitting slump, 218 over their past 27 games. Trout's in a home run slump. Houston bullpen in pretty good form. And coming off an off day, Angels 7-3 to the under. Houston is this big home favorite of -150 or greater, 13-6 to the under. I'll go under in that one. And let's see what else we have here. That'll be it for that block for me. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Nixon Morning Show as we continue on with baseball. We'll close it out with these final 5. Padres and Twins. It's the Padres, $1.29, total 8.5. Cubs and the Rockies. We've got the Cubs, 218. Totals went, the 11.5s are gone now. Total now 11. Rangers, Athletics. Here we've got Athletics. Look at this, $1.40 at home. Wow, total 10.5. Seager hurt, though. He's got an appendectomy there. Note that. Diamondbacks and Dodgers. LA favorite $1.85, total 8.5. Orioles and Giants. It's the Giants $1.38, total 7.5. We started off with Rod.
Yeah, and then this block of games, yep. Give me the Athletics there in that matchup. Playing the better ball, and I trust Springs here to mow down Texas. Not a lighter guy there at all. And Seager dealing with some issues. Texas dealing with some issues. I think when you start losing guys to injury, and you lose your ace to an injury, in you trying to battle for a playoff spot, it makes it tough. Morale-wise, and I think we see a drop-off there for Texas the rest of the way. So I'll take the Athletics, who have been rolling along. They're just having fun and winning games, playing great baseball. So I'm not going to get off them. Give me the Athletics there in that one. And they had a hefty surprise for Robbie Ray. I'll take the Giants there in that one over Kramer. I'm not trusting Kramer there on the road. Baltimore 3-7 in their last 10 games. So hey, the Giants' bats have come to life, and I think they were able to give Robbie Ray some support. So I'll take the Giants there in that one. And then got to go with the Als Dodgers there with Snell on the bump. It's Zach Gallen. I'm sure he's trying to catch himself a job somewhere, but it doesn't matter. This Dodgers team's starting to get hot. I'm going to take the Dodgers there on the run line. I think they beat up on good old Zach Fallen. I think he has one of them rough outings there, and he gets smacked around a little bit by this Dodgers squad. I don't even mind the Dodgers team total over as well.
His salary is going to fall from $14 million a year. $14 million a year. Will he top that next year?
No, he'll have to take a pay cut to stick around. But still, and what he's been doing, I think he can cruise in. Someone will give him $8 million.
$8 million a year. So Rod says he's going to work for almost half his money next year. Wow, it's going to be a big drop off there. On over to Alninos.
Yeah, slight lean. Let me actually check one thing before I give that one out. Slight lean to the over in the Padres Twins game. Nothing I'm going crazy with. I agree with Rod and my Dodgers here. I'm going to take them on the -1 here. Snell, the much better starter, having a much better year and great numbers against these Diamondbacks. So I think that it's a good spot for LA. And yeah, Giants. I'm gonna be on the Giants here. This numbers come down, if I'm not mistaken, from what it opened at. So I was originally leaning Giants in the first 5 laying the run, but I guess we could just go full game money line at this point and maybe lay a little bit on the run line if you're not comfortable laying the -138 or so that it's at. But yeah, I think the Giants get the job done there with the pitching advantage there with Ray. Finally starting to get some runs across the plate too here, starting to heat up. So good spot for the Giants here.
Yeah, it only took 5 bunts. I mean, that's what it took.
They missed their alarm there, hit the snooze button a couple times.
Yeah, it's just been a long wait there. I'm going to take the Padres here. Nestor. Yeah, he's the past 5 starts, ERA 2.33. Matthews, I don't want to trust Matthews. Past 5 starts, ERA near 6. The Twins bullpen has been terrible at home. You got a good bullpen with the Padres here. Against losing teams this year, the Padres 16-11 on the road, returning 3 units. Against lefty starters, the Minnesota 6-7, losing 3.5 units. I'll take the Padres there. And I want that hook on that total with the Cubs and Rockies. I'll stay away there. I can't trust the Athletics at that big price. It was $1.18 yesterday, but I'm not gonna lay one for that's a 20 cents move. No, thank you. Yeah, but we did get the news on Seager, so that's one of the reasons there. Give me the over in the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. I know it's Snell, but I still have my concerns about this LA bullpen, especially at home. In Arizona, they hit lefties a little bit. The Dodgers can hit the ball. They can hit. I think they're going to hit the Allen. They're going to hit the Arizona bullpen, which we know isn't any good against these home run hitting teams this year. The Dodgers 8-4 to the over at home, facing a team that averages 1.25 home runs per game or greater. So I'll take it to the over against winning teams this year. Arizona 21-16, the over on the road. So I like the over in that one. Let's see. This one looks sleep-inducing here. Orioles and Giants. I'll take the under in that one. Ray is pretty solid here. Baltimore just 228 batting average on the road. San Francisco 233 at home. Creamer in his past 10 starts respectable here, but the Giants bullpen has been sharp over their past 5. So is the Orioles over their past 8. That's this big dog price. The Baltimore 17-5. The under is a road dog of +125 to +175. When you got Giants at this big favorite price of -125 to -175, they are 35-12 to the under. We know there's a massive under these home night games going under for San Francisco as well. So I take the under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue on here. we'll turn our attention over to the W. We have action here, WNBA. If I can pull up my screen. I don't know why they deleted the W for it, but let's get it up here, 29th. Yep, we got action here for tonight. A couple of games on the board, and the ones we have on the W will be the Wings of Dream. Here we got look at this, the Dream, 16, total 164.5. Fever at the Sparks. Big game for the Sparks here. Their favorite 1.5, 2, total 178. We go over to Rod.
Yeah, you look at that total in Dallas and Atlanta, 164 up to 164.5. Trying to cook you into an over there in that one, telling you I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. We know Dallas defensively isn't very good, but the problem is they don't score enough to be able to keep up their end of the bargain to try to get an over. You look over the last 5 games, they're only mustering about 80 points a game, but giving up 95 points a game. And, Atlanta, fresh off their loss to the Vegas Aces, they might be a little bit angry, as they say, but they haven't been doing so good offensively. Only been able to muster up 75 points a game. Shooting-wise, only hitting 39% of their field goals. Still solid defensive team in Atlanta. So I got to go with the under at 164.5. I'll take the under in that matchup. And then looking at the Fever taking on the Sparks. That thing's went 178 up to 179. I think the same thing. I think you look and you see a whole pile of bad numbers defensively for these squads. I think that one I got to take over. I think that does turn into track me, but I'm going to take the where is it? I like the over in the in the first half here. You look at the Fever off of games with him and upset as a home dog. They definitely bounced back and scored some points in that first half. Sparks, their last game, they don't look so good either. Follow that up with a loss, but these teams have been trending to the over. Fever 5-0 to the over in their last 5 games. Sparks 3-2 to the over in their last 5, and at home 14-4 to the over. Give me the over. Fever, Sparks.
Yeah, from Rod. All right, we got you through the W. We got you through the sports coverage for today. So now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment where our cappers give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We started off with Rod.
All right, for me, we're going to take the give me the Toronto Blue Jays over Milwaukee. We'll take the Blue Jays on the money line. We're going to take the Royals and Detroit under the total. And then we're going to throw in the Giants on the money line. Nice little 3-teamer for you. Speaking of teams that love to get their 3 meals in, it's them Blue Jays. Don't sleep on the Blue Jays. Why? Because they're 50 and 28 in night games. Meaning they get their 3 meals in, they play well. You're up 20 units if you're betting the Blue Jays games in night games. 50 and 28 on the year. So we know the Blue Jays got some big guys in their lineups, and they love to get their 3 meals into them. So
take
the Blue Jays there now.
Protein mixed with the carbs. Get the strength going there. Those big guys, They need the 3 meals. I can tell you that. All right, over to Alaninos. You're on mute out.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, we'll start with the Dodgers -1. We can go Phillies -1 as well. And to wrap it up, again, we could stick to that 2-teamer. Could go ahead and throw the Yankees -1 on there. That -1 is really juiced, though. And if you want to go a better price, I'd go Giants.
Yeah, from El Nido. So what I like here, 3-teamer will be the Rays with the Red Sox and the under Cubs and the Rockies. All right, we got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what we got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Link in the description there. We'll take it right on over to our site. Of course, there you'll find our premium plays, our best bets, and more over at Tony'sPicks.com. Link there in the description with leaderboard, showcasing top performers and more. So we'll be rocking and ready to roll here for this Friday card. We'll see what Rod's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod showing good profit here for the year. Rod, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Hey, for real, we're at Tony's Picks today. Hey, I got my best bet of the day, and that is in the WNBA, so you can scoop that up singly. And just as we're speaking, I'm putting together a 5-pack for you. It's Friday, so I have a Steak Friday 5-pack for you. I have a couple in the MLB, couple in college football, and then that WNBA play of the day will be included in there as well. I just have to finish writing up that flight for you, or that package for you. It'll be done before Al finishes his, or Tony finishes his. Before we end the show, that package will be up there for you. Have a look. Steak Friday will be rolling up there. Have a nice little 5-pack. Or it is Friday, as we say. Hey, that best way to go is that 3-day moneymaker. Like 3-day pass gets you everything. I got going on Friday. I already got some Saturday loaded in as well. It's college football week 1, so you'll know I'll have a bunch of plays there in college football. We got MLB, more WNBA, and then CFL's back on Sunday. So that 3-day pass gets you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I have thrown some Monday early enough that you'll get that as well. So that 3-day moneymaker is the way to go when you're aboard long term here at Tony's Picks. That's the way to go as well. Take advantage 2-for-1 capper promotion. Can't go wrong with that as well.
There you go. Got with Rod over at Tony's Picks. Play a day up there. 5-pack coming up. Of course, long-term subscriptions the way it rolls. Rod said, just scroll on the page and get signed up with Rod. Link in the description. All right, let's see what El Ninos has got for sale over at Tony's Picks. And into a big weekend of action here on the gridiron as well as on the diamond court. We'll see what El Ninos has got for sale right now. With Al, what you got?
Yeah, maybe got a little inspired by Sean here, and I'll put up my first NFL play of the year up there if you want to check that out early. Also, for today, I got my Grand Slam, my best bet of the day there. If you can't wait for that one to get started, go ahead and grab the first pitch starting early. And as Rod was saying, that 3-pack should be up shortly as well. Maybe even a 5-pack, so look out for that. But again, your best way to go is always grabbing one of those long-term or 2-for-1 capper passes and pair me up with your favorite capper and get all your plays that way, including your team plays emailed right to you.
That's right, guys. Yeah, we're over at Tony's Picks. You can see action up there in football, baseball as well. Long-term passes. You guys like that 3-day pass here on the weekend because you got coverage here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sometimes Monday if the plays are in early enough on Sunday night. So a great time got with El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. Remember, all of our 1-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchase. Will be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get signed up there with El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. All right, guys, over at Tony's Picks for today. I've got best bet on the board from college football. Best bet come off the 2-0 day. My 2 best bets hit in baseball as well as college football. So get on board with me. I got a best bet from college football today, as well as a 3-pack from Major League Baseball. I'm the top unit producer of Major League Baseball for the year over at Tony's Picks. So get on board and use that promo code at Tony T at checkout. You'll save that 15% off multi-cap promotion. So match me up with your favorite capper and get signed up. All right, guys, we're with you here on the Tony's Morning Show every day here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. And if you happen to miss any of our shows, head on over to our YouTube channel, type Tony's Picks in the search console. You'll find it. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll see a lot of great content here on our YouTube channel. Hit the live tab, watch a replay of our live show. Happy Hour featuring Rod and Company there, so you can check the Happy Hour Monday through Friday here, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We do have a members feature if you'd like to get early access to my videos and a way to support us on the channel. Become a channel member. So a lot of great content there. When you hit the live tab, hit the video tab, you'll find individual videos. Of course, El Nino's up there. Home run hit list from Chris. Of course, I go deep diving here with my college football. All 7 games. You can watch them individually or just watch the compilation video. 2-3 zone today, WNBA coverage with Ramon, Ron, and Justin there in the 2-3 zone. Always keep an eye with that KBO pick, that late release from Ron Crawford, about 8 Eastern Time. Get your KBO there from Ron. Of course, my baseball deep dive, 15 deep dives for you. Watch them individually or watch the compilation video. So we're set to roll for you for this big card here on Friday. So check out our YouTube channel with a lot of great content up there. Also, the shorts get populated there. You'll see content there from El Ninos with his -1, and sometimes we'll see Bittler in there. So lots of great content over on the channel, guys. So check it out and hit that subscribe button. With the cappers talk a little bit more about that contribution. So, Coach Rod, you've got that 2-3. You've got the happy hour coming here at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, when the CFL returns, you'll have that CFL coverage.
Mute.
You're on mute, Rod.
Didn't want to hear you tap it away as I'm punching in the Steak Friday 5-pack for you. But over the YouTube channel, hey, it's Friday, so tune into that happy hour show. The usual cast of characters are there joining me on a Friday, so you definitely want to tune in to the happy hour show, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then, be on the lookout. CFL, it's the Labor Day weekend, so hey, we got some CFL coverage on Monday's action. So a couple games on Monday, one on Sunday. definitely be on the lookout for the week 12 of the CFL action. Or is it week 13? Maybe week 13 already.
Already, wow.
Action,
good move.
already. So definitely be on the lookout for that video. It'll drop tonight sometime. I'll shoot it today and get it up for you guys for over the weekend. So definitely tune into the CFL. You can see what we've been doing. It's been absolutely money this weekend. Just because college football is going, I'm not forgetting about the CFL work that we put in over the season as well. I'll continue to find those winners for you in the CFL. So definitely watch for those YouTube videos on the CFL Weekly Report.
Yeah, Ron having a great year in CFL, documented here. Of course, down Nino's looking for those dogs and, of course, those minus ones.
Yeah, I mixed it up a little bit yesterday. Went with some RBI props. Picked the right matchup. Unfortunately, picked the two. One guy got us an RBI, but two of my three guys were the only two Phillies hitters not to get an RBI.
How many runs he scored? Oh my God!
Yeah. So I looked at the score, and I thought that was looking good for me. And check the stats. Unfortunately, those two guys did not come through for us. But we could definitely look at some more Phillies RBI props today. And this matchup against Bryce Elder, if you want to double down on those. But yeah, back to just Moneyline Dogs. Got one spread here on there too. If you want to check out those dogs. And got my -1 as well if you want to check that one out too. Again, leave me your favorite dogs or even your favorite props, plus money props there in the comments below.
Right, check it out there with Al Nino. A lot of great content there on the Tony Fix YouTube channel. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. All right. That's going to do it here for today's show on the Tony Fix Show. Back tomorrow. A lot more baseball action from the W. And, of course, college football Saturday with some marquee matchups there for you here on the show. All right. Anybody have any closing comments for anyone before we close it out?
I'm excited to make it a good weekend. Looking forward to this weekend's action. Start with tonight. Lots of good games going. So tune into the happy hour, though. I'll have some prop plays for you since I've covered a whole lot of sides and stuff and some totals here for you. I'm thinking some prop plays. So tune into the happy hour.
Tune in the happy hour there. A lot of great content, a lot of baseball. So we may see some changes there with these 15 games up on the board. So, goodbye, guys. Make it a winning Friday. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Fix